that are known fronts for banned militant groups have begun distributing assistance in some areas, as have Western governmental organizations. But for the most part, residents said they're receiving no aid at all. So talk about what this means for the military and for the rise of the Taliban in Pakistan.
Well, certainly, the last statement is correct, and we know this again to be true from the 2005 earthquake. The state is absolutely unwilling or incompetent when it comes to providing even the most basic of services to their people during peacetime, during times of no natural disasters. Secondly, while there is aid coming from the American military, we also have to remember that American Predator drones fly over Pakistan on what feels like weekly missions, what are weekly missions, in attacks that have killed more than 200 unnamed Pakistanis this year alone. So with one hand, America cannot expect to give aid and find people, grateful recipients of that aid, and the other, bomb people overhead, people who have not been indicted, people who have been uncharged with anything. And certainly what we know to be true, again, from the 2005 earthquake is the fact that when there is a total absence of the state, a vacuum is created. We know not just in the northern parts of Pakistan that were badly hit by the 2005 earthquakes, but many other parts of the country are without access to justice. They're without any law and order institutions set up. They have no access to hospitals or to schools. And that vacuum is very ably filled by militant groups who come in, who provide madrasa education, which may be a child's only chance to learn how to read and write. They provide quick and speedy access to what they believe is justice. And indeed, their popularity grows as a result. And we're seeing that now with the floods. We are still seeing that. We are seeing in parts of the flood-affected areas, the BBC is reporting that survivors have physically attacked government officials and members of the ruling party who have been absolutely inept when it comes to caring for their constituents and to providing any form of aid.
Is global warming tied to the floods, Fatima?
Well, I would certainly think so. I think there is any number of issues that are tied to these floods. I mean, the global warming, the poor construction of these very large, ineffectual dams, and the fact that Pakistan, even though we have monsoon season every year, it comes at the same time every year, the state has not strengthened any institutions that could have and should have contained the rains.
Fatima Bhutto, I want to thank you for being with us. Pakistani poet, niece of the assassinated former Prime Minister Benazir Bhutto. Her memoir, Songs of Blood and Sword, will be published in the United States this fall. This is Democracy Now! When we come back, we're going to talk about Rwanda. Stay with us.
I stay awake all night. I can't get no sleep. I hear the children cry and the women weep. I sit and wait for dawn and the coming light, 'cause who can save me in the middle of the night?